Alrighty, we're gonna start getting that truck ready to blend that paint in those cab corners and that rockers, but we gotta move some cars around first.
Are you kidding me? You can record all you want. What is this doing in my spot? Out. It needs to
It's
get
only
out.
temporary.
No, you were cleaning this spot up for mine. And I walk out here and this is sitting out here. No.
Oscar's gotta have a spot in the garage. Look at how pretty he is. He's got bare metal all over him. He can't be sitting outside. You see now.
Why are you backing up?
You see now, Pistol.
I am not happy. You have all this space. No.
What
this thing is
space?
Getting out. And my car gets in here.
I needed to get the paint booth empty. And then we got to put a transmission in that one. Babe, I love you. Hey, I've been good. You've been able to park in the garage for quite a while now.
What?
I've been good. You've been able to park in the garage for quite a while now.
That thing stays in here all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
that's her spot over there.
You could, both of you get right back on up here and push it on out because you just said yesterday it was getting cleared for my car.
Don't put the camera on me.
It'll just be a week.
It hasn't been able to be in here for over a week, probably 2 weeks.
Babe, I love you. I love you, babe. Hey, you're my favorite wife.
I would push it out myself.
This is going to be a little boring. You're going to see 2 hours of taping, followed by like an hour of painting. We are really not painting much at all on this thing. Just a little stripe here and then clear this whole area. So it's going to be a lot of tape work for a little bit of paint work, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Chuck it up there on top of that truck bed.
Huh?
Chuck it on top of that hopper. Thanks, Gretel. Well, I know like Tony Angelo and his crew over there in Pennsylvania, they get all that good pizza, but we're a bit more country. This is Jack's from the Delaware Gourmet. Tony, if you want to send me a pizza, you can go ahead. We don't have a button to push, but just leave it down there in the comments and I'll let you know how to get a hold of us to get us pizza. So, we are finally done taping this thing. Bad part about it is we are probably going to be spraying paint for maybe an hour. Paint, clear, the whole shebang, maybe an hour. We have spent probably 5 hours taping this thing off. Anyway, Just gotta rough this up a little bit, clean up the shop, sweep, get this floor wetted down, and then we will be ready to spray a little bit of it, eh? Good times. Stuff is mixed 1 to 1, so 1 part paint, 1 part producer. Alright, I'll explain to you what I'm doing here. So, one of the most important things about doing base clear is that you get the base down good without any runs, without any imperfections in it. If you get anything in the clear, you can sand it out. You get a run in it, doesn't really matter. You can sand it out. The base is the most important thing that you get down without any runs, that it lays down good and flat. The clear, you can sand bugs out of it, you can sand anything out of it pretty much, but the base is the important thing. We're not going to put a whole lot of base down on this, we're just going to blend these corners, but I'll show you what I mean. So we, down here, we'll back this up a little bit, we're probably only going to paint from about here down, and then this bottom section. We're going to just flip the paint, the base, back up into this little bit, just to blend in this old color and the new color that the paint booth, or that the paint shop mixed up. Because in most cases, it's not an exact match. Most of the time, they're off just a little bit. And if you have like a hard edge, or let's say we were to paint this whole cab side, then it's gonna look weird next to the bed, and it's gonna look weird next to the door because this may be a different color. So we're only gonna paint just this bottom section and down here. We're gonna clear all the rest of it, but we're only gonna paint right down here. Alright, the first coat you put down, you really don't want to put it down heavy. You just want to dust it a little bit, just to let that first coat kind of adhere to what's already there. Sometimes if you put the first coat down too heavy, it'll pick up, it'll react weird. So you just want to get a light coat down for the first coat that you put down on anything. I'm going to go ahead and show you what that first coat looks like. It's not too heavy. It's just nice and light. You can still see the black underneath there. You just want to get it in just enough to cover, but not too crazy. All right, we're going to get this other side. All right, we're gonna let that flash off. So what flashing off means when you're painting is letting the paint cure so that the gases in the paint release to the top. If you put too many coats on before it's completely flashed off, or completely, maybe not completely dry, but at least flashed off, there's a good chance that there'll be a reaction. The paint will crack or spider web or pick up, so you want to let it flash off in between coats. So how you can check that is just, see how that's dry already, that edge? And it's dull. See how the paint here is all dull? So it's flashed off. We can go ahead and put another coat on this. Give this other side. Alright, now we're going to mix some clear up. This is mixed 4 to 1, so 4 parts clear coat to one part hardener. So you look on your cup, 4 to 1. We're not going to need a lot because we literally are only clearing those 2 little sections of the truck, and we're only putting 1 coat on because it's clear on these things is already super thin, and we don't want it to be too shiny next to the rest of the truck. So let's just mix that really good. Alright, it is the next morning. This thing cured out overnight. We were able to get it all back together this morning. And ready to get picked up. Anyway, but it's all done. I think it turned out alright. But we'll show you how it looks. So here's where we did that blend, right here in this door. And then of course the new rocker. Don't want to shut the doors yet because that clear was just sprayed last night, so it's still fingerprint tacky. Here's this other side. And we cleared all this. We blended right down in here. Right down in here is where we blended the paint. That's the bottom new rocker. Yeah. All done, back together, and the customer's picking it up here in a couple days. So another one down.